Hello everyone and welcome. I am Talat Hafiz and I will be moderating today's webinar hosted by the Communication and Financial Knowledge Center of the Ministry of Finance and the National Debt Management Center on policy responses to COVID-19 Saudi Arabia, a sustainable investment ecosystem.
The National Debt Management Center has, since establishment, raised around 761 billion Saudi riyal from the international and local market in Saudi riyals, in US dollars, in euros, with a total of 45 transactions. 35 of them were local issuances and 10 as international issuances. The tranches have been ranging from 5 to 40 years in the dollar market, 8 to 20 years in the euro market, and 5 to 30 years in the local market denominated in Saudi riyal. Recently, we've been able to develop the local market with the support of other institutions, where we've been able to extend the yield curve up to a point where we were able to succeed in 5 issuances on the 30-year bucket with a total of 38 billion.
In its April 2020 publication, UNICTAD Investment Promotion Agency Observed Report announced that MISA's MCRC initiative is a front-runner for the Asia and Pacific region when it comes to best practice for IPA action taken during the pandemic. MISA also published a business continuity guidebook, which covers advice on handling operational risk. Our second place ranking in Ipsos Global Consumer Sentiment Index for 2020 reflects that both global and domestic investors continue to remain bullish on long-term potential of Saudi Arabia. Therefore, we have confidence that businesses will keep coming to Saudi Arabia as investors actively gains momentum and activity recovers and adapts to the post-COVID-19 era.
NDF has been working on organizing the response by all of the sectoral funds under its responsibility for a total of about 22 billion riyal, which is equivalent of about $6 billion. And this is focused on a variety of different sectors, including industrial sectors, agriculture sectors, aviation, and transport. As of now, of the roughly 6 billion that we have organized, almost 20% of that has been dispersed, and that has gone to close to 4,500 different SMEs across the country. And so we're monitoring that very closely and making sure that we'll be able to respond to the needs as these emerge.
And just as a reminder, Saudi's weight in the EMBI bond index is 3.4%, and Saudi's weight now in the MSCI index is 2.5%. So no one can be in these indexes if they don't take Saudi very seriously. The third point is that the Saudi, and Fahad mentioned this point, actually has one of the lowest debt to GDP ratios among the key economies of the world. Of yield, when I look at the rating of Saudi Arabia, Moody is A1 negative, S&P A minus but stable, Fitch is A stable outlook, and compare it to the equivalent countries' ratings, we can see that the Saudi spread gives a pickup actually to the equivalent to the equivalent bonds.
The case that represents a very attractive investment. BlackRock is currently overweight Saudi debt relative to our other emerging markets or other debts in the same complex. But it's also for us a place, the kingdom, where there's a possibility for resilient opportunities, resilient investment opportunities. And again, I have to agree with my colleagues with regard to the opportunities in infrastructure. I think the recent transaction that took place, the PSA investment in the Dammam port, for example, shows the type of investment which is going to be uncorrelated and yet have a decent return. So I think BlackRock and all of our investors will have our eyes wide open for those type of opportunities within the kingdom and now with our...
Thank you very much and good night and have a nice night. Thank you very much.